Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. Let's take a look at the Forex calendar for today. Data from Japan had been released overnight, including the gross domestic product for the third quarter. As you can see, data disappointed the market participants because the actual reading was minus 0.9%, which was worse than expected, minus 0.8, and as you can see, it deepens the gross domestic product, deteriorates basically gross domestic product below minus 0.8%. During the London session, we don't have too much data, important data or any basically data today, but there are some kind of interesting data scheduled for release during the London session, New York session, in form of overnight rate and Bank of Canada rate statement. So today the Bank of Canada will decide about the interest rate. Those data are scheduled for release at 5 p.m. sharp, and the market participants, the Bank of Canada, to leave the current interest rate at the level of 0.25%. For all of you crude oil traders, we have the crude oil inventories data scheduled for release 5:30, and that's about everything from the calendar for today. Key event of the day is of course the interest rate decision from the Bank of Canada. So let's first take a look at the Japanese yen, and then we will take a look at the Canadian dollar. The Japanese yen is bouncing just as anticipated. So after the lows of the wave A around the level of 112.54, we got now the wave B in progress towards the level 114.57. That's the basically maximum level that the wave B can hit. Maybe, just maybe, it can pierce this level to hit the 114.74, which is like a 17 pips higher than the key technical resistance. However, we are still waiting for the wave C to the downside to develop very soon. Recent high on the US dollar to Japanese yen was made at the level of 113.79, which is way below the key technical resistance, and the targets for wave C are 112.25, 112.9 and 111.71. This is the next target for the wave C, and the corrective decline, free wave corrective decline on the US dollar to Japanese yen is still in progress and might still be continued. Another support comes from the RSI, which shows clearly that the bears are in charge of this pair for now, because the momentum is weak, is below the level of 50, and as you can see, it is just turning to the downside again. So we are waiting for the market to hit the extremely oversold levels as the wave 3 to the downside will develop. So US dollar to the Japanese yen done. Let's take a look at the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. On US dollar to the Canadian dollar, we have a very nice reversal, and if we just on the beginning, if we just zoom out, we can see something very interesting. I mean, this zone between 1.2806, 1.2898, which is basically 90 pips, had been violated at least 1 to 3 times, recently 4 times, or even more if we count every daily candle as one attempt to rally. But every time this market had been rejected from this level, the high, very characteristic high in form of this big dodgy candlestick was made at the level of 1.2948, and of course, despite the fact that market participants tried to rally, no, there was completely no result from this effort, and the market is falling had been falling for 3 recent days. We just hit the level of 1.2652, so that's the technical support, which is just at the level of 50 on the RSI. So this might be very interesting and very like a key short-term technical support for now. 1.2653. I will just make it green again, so we know what we are talking about. There was some kind of an uptrend here, and if we put like a channel line to the, in this during this up move, then we could see that we are out of the channel. Okay, so it looks like this sharp reversal might be the beginning of the downtrend, of course, towards 1.2493, 1.2422. So please keep an eye on the current technical support level, 1.2647, because it is crucial thing right now for the market participants to play it out correctly. Okay, if there is no bounce, no continuation, that would mean, well, most likely that would mean that the bears will continue the down move towards the extremely oversold market conditions, which are somewhere around 1.2422. Around this level, of course, if we break below 1.2244, we are in full mode downtrend on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. So that's the US dollar to the Canadian dollar analysis. Let's take a look at euro to the Canadian dollar. We don't analyze this market very often, so let me just simply take a look at this market from a broader perspective. As you can see, the key technical resistance between 1.2515 and 1.2569 has never been violated since the down move begins, so we will leave it here. We got 3 attempts to rally above 1.5. Basically, this is the level of interest here, 1.5102. So basically the level of 1.51 is the main level of interest, was the main level of interest for bulls. They had been trying to break it 3 times and 3 times failed to break it, and now they are continuing the downtrend. Very steep down move here during the October lows. Do we have any support? No. Lows made around the level of, let me just put the line here because it's kind of important, around the level of 1.4168, and then we have this nice bounce here. If I could put a long-term channel, I think I can do it, because it would look like something like this, I guess, maybe. So you can see we are definitely out of the channel, and those was attempts to go back to the channel, apparently. So right now we are in the full mode of the downtrend, and if we put another channel here on this screen, oh sorry, something went wrong. If we put another channel here on the screen, let me just make it correctly. There you go, and make it, let's say, black. This black channel would be a very black and blue. There you go. Black and blue channel would be very steep, as you can see. That means downtrend might accelerate. So we are in the acceleration channel basically right now on the euro versus Canadian dollar. As long as we trade inside of this channel, the chances to the downside are very high. Of course, the level of 1.5484 is now technical resistance, and 1.4720 is the technical resistance as well. I think we should just move it a little bit lower to adjust it to the newest data. So the newest data are showing us that the technical resistance is 1.4661, and this lows, the swing low of 1.4584 is still current valid technical resistance. So as long as we trade below this zone here, and as long as we trade inside of the channel, the outlook for the Canadian euro to the Canadian dollar is to the down side. What is the target then? Let's take a look, because we don't have that much data here. There you go. There was a technical support around here, around the level of 1.4262. That was the low of 2020, and the next target for euro to the Canadian dollar are the lows of 2019. Yes, 2019, 2017, I'm very sorry, 2017, which are around the level of 1.4047. So that's the next target for the bears on the euro to the Canadian dollar. This is the next target. We might even make it a little bit thicker, because it's a kind of an important target for bulls. So this is the euro to the Canadian dollar. And last but not least, let's take a look at the Bitcoin. Traditionally, what is going on Bitcoin? We are trying to bounce on Bitcoin still from the extremely oversold market conditions. However, we need to break above 53,228, and then we need to break above this short-term trend line. If the market participant won't break above this level, okay, then of course the downtrend might continue. And please take a look at one more thing here that I've just noticed. This blue trend line, as you can see, has been violated. We have a close below the blue line, and yesterday it looks like a breakout attempt above the blue line had been capped at this line here, and we have some sort of a pin bar candle here. Daily time frame chart again, guys. Daily time frame chart. We have a pin bar here, so we need a confirmation if this is a valid pin bar. So we need either a down candle or we need another green candle to the upside, which means this situation here will be invalidated, right? So we wait for the confirmation right now whether this recent breakout above the blue line was capped. Confirmation, we are going lower, or it was just the first attempt, and today we will be stronger and we will break towards 53,228, the next technical resistance. Keep an eye on the current situation, guys. It might be very interesting to see how the market participants will play out this current setup. That's everything for me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow. So take care and bye bye.